Ugh.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine, this is Americ.
Hello.
Let's talk about Teen Wolf Season 6, Episode 6, Ghosted.
Ghosted.
Before we get into it, first, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
First video of the year.
First video.
On HappyCool. Let's start with some quick thoughts.
Just
this
thought.
one.
I just wanted to talk about the whole Melissa and Chris, working together to try and help him. I mean, it wasn't as impactful as it could have been. Okay. The storyline really didn't need to, happen. But it was good to see that.
I think it was just to kind of create that bond, right?
Yeah, okay. I think so too. So I appreciate that. I liked it. Moving on to the Canaan story, the Canaan saga with Scott, Lydia, and Malia going into the ghost town and finding out quite a few things. First off, they encounter the Banshee who was left behind. And it was so cool to see how powerful she was, especially when her and Lydia were going at each other. Just Banshee versus Banshee. Who will win this fight? Actually, Lydia was going to win this fight. We knew this was going to happen. But still, it was cool to see.
I guess my big question is, why did they leave the Banshee behind? Okay, she's a Banshee, but why are they not taking the Banshee?
It's a possibility. And, I was thinking about that when Lydia was saying, the Ghost Riders actually make people into other Ghost Riders, right? So when they take you, they make it. Maybe they can't make a Banshee into a Ghost Rider, which is why they can't take her.
Okay.
Or maybe they're afraid, because the Banshee is really powerful. As we can see, Banshee has some really crazy powers. But it's interesting because that's actually a fear that Lydia has, where it's not just trying to find Styles or trying to prevent the Ghost Riders from taking people. It's also about the fact that she might be the only one left behind. And part of the way you're going to see the power of a Banshee is the fact that that woman not only managed to keep Scott and Malia locked in the room, but actually managed to conjure up a hallucination so vivid of her missing son that everyone saw.
I mean, I know she's the one controlling it, but did she make him be real, or did the Ghost Rider kind of give it back to her? I think, and then she's now controlling it.
Yeah, I think honestly the whole the Ghost Rider gave it back to me, it's just her rationalizing it.
Got it.
I think she's just that powerful.
She just couldn't deal with being alone.
So she conjured him up out of thin air, and that's why Lydia was like, he's not real.
Well, yeah, obviously he wasn't real.
Yeah,
that we knew.
but so that's how powerful she is, and that's how powerful Lydia can be.
Are all Banshees that powerful, or is it, each Banshee has their own kind of level of power that it can reach? That's anher question. I don't think all Banshees can be powerful?
I don't even think all Banshees are powerful. I think all Banshees can be powerful. Right? So I think you can evolve to that. So I don't think Lydia is there at all.
No.
She can barely control her dreams. Oh, guys, hallucinations are happening, right?
Malia, who's like, do you ever get nightmares? Really?
But it's possible that eventually she's going to be able to evolve into being that powerful. I would actually argue that Lydia is the most powerful Banshee ever. Just putting it out there.
How do we know? We barely met any.
I'm just putting it out there. That's my thought. Comment below if you agree with me. But one final thought about the whole people becoming Ghost Riders when they're taken, right? This brings me to the fact that, Styles, where he is with the people who are stuck there, the reason, in my opinion, why those people are not the Ghost Riders is because there's a problem with Beacon Hills. I think the Ghost Riders are stuck there. And Theo was mentioning, they should have gone by now. They should have taken the whole town, but they haven't. They're taking a few people here and there, but they haven't taken the town yet.
Well, yeah. I think we don't know for sure, though, at which point they become Ghost Riders, right? So is it once they're done taking all the town, then, boop, you become Ghost Rider? Or is it an ongoing thing? So maybe that's why they're holding them in the train station until they're like, all right, we got everybody. Let's go into the transformation chamber. Come out, Ghost Rider.
Transformation chamber? There's a transformation chamber, guys.
Yes, in my head there's a transformation
Apparently there is. Now moving on to Liam and Theo.
Theo!
Can we just talk about the plan? Liam and Hayden's plan. Can we just talk about the plan for a second?
Okay,
let's think about it. So they're like, we need to do something. And their plan is to capture a Ghost Rider.
Not a bad plan.
I'm going to question that, right?
Not a bad plan.
Because why?
Because you need to learn about your enemy if you're going to defeat it.
So you're going to capture it?
Yes.
And not know what are the consequences of that? Or how to achieve that?
Well, maybe the consequences of that will inform how you can defeat them. I mean, how are you going to know what the consequences are if you never capture them? Just saying.
I completely disagree with how.
How would you stop them?
Look, not by capturing
So
one
how
of
would
them.
you stop them?
Okay, you know
exactly. You have no plan. At least they have a plan.
Wow, it's a bad plan. Because,
It doesn't matter.
No,
At least
let me
they're
tell
trying.
let me tell you how bad of a plan it is. Because it involves bringing back he who shall not be
You
named.
shall not be named.
Seriously, they're like, we need someone who can absorb electricity. So let's get the person from hell. And then they bring Kira's mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the irony of bringing Kira's mom.
Yeah.
To say, Kira's gone on a trip, in the desert. So
Here's my sword.
here's her sword.
Oh, is it her sword?
It's her sword.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my God, that's messed up. And then,
I love that sword.
When all this was happening, I was like, I knew what was happening, but I was in denial about it. I was like, maybe it's not it.
Maybe it's not it. But we saw it in the trailer that he does this and then Theo
you know
comes
what?
out.
I didn't want to know.
He was actually okay. I actually was like, I'm kind of excited to see
Theo
him.
was the same douche as he's always been. Let me tell you why. First of all, he comes back and he's like, I still have powers. No, I don't. Apparently I don't. And then it's like, okay, but I still have value. I know about ghostwriters. Well, I know a little bit about them. Just like this one thing. And that's not really useful. Apparently they should have moved on.
Yeah,
now they're stuck. Great. Thanks, Theo.
To be fair, in Theo's defense, he didn't, they brought him back without, it's not like he promised them, I know about ghostwriters, bring me back. They literally brought him back for his, electricity powers. And then they're, mad that he doesn't know much more about, the ghostwriters. I'm just saying. It's not his fault.
And then he knows about you-know-who, a.k.a. the werewolf Nazi, and he didn't say anything.
Well, I thought he was going to say it because when the Nazi is like, I'm with Liam here, let's put him back. I was going to say, he's a werewolf Nazi. He's a Nazi. Did you know that? You didn't know that? I thought that's what he was going to do, which would have been so cool.
He didn't say it because he's the same douchebag as he's always been. So I'm just not happy about the
It will come out. Theo will say it when it's convenient for him to say.
Because he's a D-bag. But you know who had the most appropriate reaction here? Malia. I think Malia had the most appropriate reaction.
So are you still mad about, I hope you're not still mad about me shooting you? And she's like, Rrr.
I'm like, yeah. I feel you, girl. I feel you. I'm with you.
I will kill you.
Respect.
Malia is Americ's spirit animal.
She totally is.
Theo.
Yes, that's me. Moving on to the sheriff, who, after being a little bit reluctant,
I feel
reluctant, right?
I feel like it's the power of the ghostwriters, right? You get the defensive, no, because
it's not real.
It's not real, sorry. And then you're like, the paper.
Yeah, that's the problem with doubt.
I love that how they shot this.
Oh yeah,
where it was from the other side, and you see his face, his reaction to what he's seeing, which obviously it would be Styles' room. I don't know if there's actually a door there or if it's just open. I think it's open because in the preview for next week, it's just really
it looks
a hole in the wall.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
there's a room in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's able to pull it out or something. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. So next week's preview did see him getting into the room. There's going to be a lot of revelations there. So we're maybe going to find out more about the sheriff's wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be some
I get
revelations.
an eerie, bad feeling every time she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't like it.
She's not good news.
I don't like
She's
it.
not good news.
I don't like it.
I know. But you know what? In next week's preview, we're also going to see a return of Peter.
Yes, Peter is alive.
Ish. He's alive-ish.
But to be fair, if, he might heal.
Ish. And Theo apparently is still helpful. I just can't get over that. I'm just not happy about this at all. So who's with me? Who's not happy about Theo's return? Comment below, let me know. Let me know if you're with me, if you're just like, no, this is wrong. We do not agree. Let's protest in the comments with me, because apparently I'm not being
But you know what? It makes for entertaining watching, right? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It's always very helpful. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our Teen Wolf reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.
You're not happy that Theo's back.
Actually,
You're not happy.
look, you know what? I didn't feel either way. I was just like, we'll see. But actually, it was kind of fun to see him back. I was like, oh, Theo's back. I don't know. It just made it fun to watch. So I'm definitely not in your camp.
You're banned from the videos. You're banned from the videos.